and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know?
Yeah.
And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Yeah, and that's these Edomites, man. How does the Most High know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? The Most High didn't see anything that we did. We didn't murder millions of Native Americans. God didn't see that. You know? Keep going.
You took the flag that was a covenant to Noah to not flood the earth anymore, and you made it into a gay rights symbol, man. And you think the Heavenly Father just forgot about that, man? That's completely bugged out, man.
Behold, these are the ungodly.
Yeah, these are the ungodly. Who's the ungodly? The so-called white man. Well, these the ungodly. You're looking at them right here, man. People that are completely void of the Heavenly Father, man. And you can tell through their actions, man. All right? See, people's concept of the devil is some wicked dude. He's gonna come out straight and tell you I'm the devil. Now the devil's a deceiver, man. He gonna lie to you, get you to drop your guard. You know? He's gonna have you do something that you ain't supposed to do, something that's gonna get you killed, man.
Like he did to Eve in the garden.
Yeah.
And he was a little serpent in the garden. Now he's a gigantic dragon.
It says, who prosper in the world.
Yeah, who prosper in the world. Keep going.
It says they increase in riches.
Yeah, they increase in riches. All right, even though they're doing all this wickedness, their wealth continues to increase, man. And then Jake sees this, and Jake gets envious of them. Well, I gotta be like them. No, you ain't supposed to do what they doing, man. Okay. The reason why they're gaining more riches is because the Heavenly Father has them set up in a rulership position. They're supposed to be, they're supposed to play that role of the devil, man. Okay. We have a different path. We're supposed to go down the path of righteousness. That's how we gain our blessing. All right. Keep going.
It says, verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning.
Yes, we getting jacked up, man. You be catching all kind of hell. All right? For serving the Heavenly Father. You know, trying to do the right thing. Okay, we get chastised in this truth, man. Meanwhile, the red Hebrew Edomite, he ain't catching no hell, man. Well, talking about these elites. Okay, they get a heart attack or their heart starts to fail. He get a replacement, man.
Right.
You know,
you get Michael Jackson's heart,
Yeah.
Richard Pryor's heart. You know, they got all these damn organs stored places, man. Because organ trafficking is a big thing in this world, man. What type of shit is that?
And that's basically what that movie. One of the things that movie Get Out was about.
Yeah.
Basically taking over other people's body. They take organs from Jake, man. All these niggas that be getting shot in these cities, they send him to the corner. They take his organs out, man.
Right.
The elites use those.
When you go to the funeral and he's in the casket, nigga, he ain't got no organs in him because they take the organs. All right, not only do they give them to them, you know, to other elite Edomites because they want to be you Jakes, you know, but they study it and they work magic on it to see how does this chemical affect it? How does that chemical affect this? They study your melanin, and what do? They put whatever affects it in the hood where you live at, so that what's readily available to you is destructive to who your whole makeup is, man. From the time you come out of the womb, there's a war on your soul if you're an Israelite. He does it to everybody, but it affects the Israelites like nobody else because we're the people of the covenant. You know?
If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children.
And that's talking about Jake. When you come out here and speak these things about the red Hebrew Edomite, Jake gets mad. Jake gets more pissed off than the so-called white man.
Oh yeah.
All right, Esau, he's like, yeah, I'm the devil. He'll admit it. Yeah, I did that.
Or they'll be like, yeah, the elites, they're wicked.
Yeah.
They gotta go. Because there's a war in between Edomites. But Jake, you know, the
Jake go
furthest they'll
crazy,
go is
man.
the Illuminati, you know.
Jake go crazy, man. Well, shit, Jake, he won't even want you talking about the elites, man. Nah, it's some good elites, man. It's some good people in the Illuminati. You can't say all of them, man. Y'all wrong. God love everybody. Then he gonna sit here for 2 hours and scream at the top of his lungs, man. Then he gonna want to fight you, you know?
They wanted to vote in Hillary.
Yep.
Jake looked at Hillary as a sign of redemption.
Yeah.
And it would have been more of you niggas dying. Okay? And look at under Obama. More of you niggas died under Obama and you became gayer and stranger and weirder.
Yep.
This air is fucked up.
Keep going. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me.
Yeah, you think about these things and it weighs on your soul, man. Keep going.
Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High.
Yeah, the sanctuary of the Most High is talking about the scriptures. Keep going.
Then understood I therein.
Because what's going to happen to these people? What's going to happen to you hand in hand, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? The Most High is going to put you to death. Okay, and what's going to happen to the least? They're going to lose their power, man. They're losing their power already. They're losing their grip upon the earth. Okay, and it's all going according to the prophecy. All right? Jump back to Job.
Job chapter 20, verse 5.
Yeah, the triumphant of the wicked is short. Keep going.
And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yeah, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Hey, and for you low-level Edomites, the Most High, He's taking your mirth away from you, man. All right? Even you more so-called affluent Edomites, man. Now you got homeless people in your neighborhood, messing up your quality of living, dumping trash everywhere, you know, breaking into your cars, breaking into your houses, okay, assaulting you, turning basically your upper echelon community into a ghetto, man. Keep going.
It says, though His excellency mount up to the heavens.
Yeah, what's that talking about? His skyscrapers, his airplanes, his helicopters. That's another reason why he's so proud, man. He's done things that no other nation was able to accomplish, man. Oh, look, I've obtained the power of flight, man. What other nation has done this?
Right.
Okay?
Okay, because when you read the blessings, Jacob was promised the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, and Esau. So the only two nations that will rule the earth in its entirety is Jacob and Esau. So there's got to be Esau. There's got to be him. It's just that his rulership will be eternal, destructive rulership. People get things by wandering throughout the four corners of the earth and forcing the sword on people, man. They take pride in Alexander the Greek, the Great. Okay, but what did he do when he came in power? Destroy, man, the sword. So that's, and what did you Edomite, you so-called white people, since you're so goddamn smart, what did you call yourself before you were the Greeks? I've never got an answer of that, man. What did you so-called white people call yourself before you were the Greeks, since you like to brag on the Greeks? You were known as Edomites, man. You know, Amalekites, Edomites, you know?
Though His excellency mount up to the heavens.
Yep.
And His head reach unto the clouds.
Keep going.
Yet He shall perish forever like His own dung.
Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, man. Okay, because in the near future, all right, after you red Hebrew Edomites, you serve out your sentence of 1,000 years of slavery, you're going to be exterminated, man. All right, there's literally no more use for you red Hebrew Edomites here on the earth. You did your job, man. You destroyed the earth. You showed everybody what wickedness is. Okay, and in the next kingdom to come, we ain't gonna need wicked people on the earth, man.
Right, because you'll build a fucking Walmart in the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
They're not gonna stop. They're not. If Esau was to live forever, they literally try to rebel. Like, although the heathen are gonna, have thoughts against us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But Esau would totally try to set up his kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know?
He try to, get some Jake to turncoat, man. Hey, man, hey. I'll make you a ruler in my kingdom. All you gotta do is help me get out of here, man. Come at him with those smooth words. Which that's not gonna happen. No. But he would try to do that, man.
He would. That's his spirit is created.
Keep going.
It says, yet He shall perish forever like His own dung.
Keep going.
They which have seen Him shall say, where is He?
Yeah, because there's gonna come a point in the future where you're not gonna see white people walking the earth no more, man. Why? Because the Heavenly Father, He's gonna exterminate all you red Hebrew Edomites, man. Okay? Because why? You the cancer of the earth, man. Everywhere you go, you do the same thing. You pollute the land. Okay? You murder the people. You mess their minds up. You destroy the families. Okay? So what is gonna happen to you? You're gonna be exterminated, man. All right? Like my man Agent Smith said in the Matrix movie, man. He's talking to Morpheus, and he was trying to classify the human race. Really, he's talking about you so-called white people, man. He was like, you guys aren't mammals because you don't coexist with the rest of nature. He said the only classification I could that you fit is a parasite. Okay, you go to one land, you suck all the resources dry, and then you move on to the next place. That's what you so-called white people do, man. All right. Well, look at this country, for example. This place was lush and beautiful and very fertile before you Edomites came, man. Now look at it. You done paved the road with concrete. The water here is polluted. You gotta drink water out of the damn bottle, man. Okay? And why is that? That's because the white man came here and destroyed this place, man. You literally supposed to be able to drink water out the river and the creeks, man, but why can't you do that? Because the so-called white man happened to America, man. Keep going.
Got a quick one real quick. This is 2 Maccabees 7 and 14. So when he was ready to die, he said this to the Greeks. It is good being put to death by men to look for hope from God to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
That's right. The Most High ain't gonna have mercy on you, man.
Right. That's the only nation promised not to receive. You know what I'm saying? Because it says in a prophecy, the rest of the dead, after the 1,000 years, the rest of the dead, they're gonna be able to get their land masses, and you over here. Okay, we're gonna have these servants over you. Such and such and such. All right, but Esau, you won't partake in that.
You're gonna be exterminated after you serve your sentence out, man. Okay? Because if we let you go, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna start trying to pollute the rest of the earth. Here it is, we just restored it. We spent all that time restoring it. This nigga gonna go over and destroy it again, man.
Right.
Start chopping down trees.
GMOs.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna eradicate all of these seeds. All of that is gonna be eradicated, man. And we're gonna start over with the seeds that were created by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai and the Holy Host, man. We're gonna start over with everything in its right and proper order, man. We're gonna get all this goddamn concrete up.
Yep. Plastic.
Well, America's gonna be completely destroyed. Plastic, but we're gonna go all throughout the planet Earth and just set up shop, man. In righteousness, man.
It says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as the vision of the night.
Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be when we get in the kingdom. When you think about this place, it's gonna be like a bad dream that you had, man. Okay, thinking about the wickedness of this damn devil.
Right. Women ruled over men. We're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, how can that happen, man?
What?
Yeah, I can't believe that actually happened.
That happened. Like gays actually walked around the streets with flags.
Yeah.
Got uplifted as righteous. Like, damn, that was happening.
Yeah, that was the worst experience ever. It's gone now. You ain't never got to deal with it again.
Right.
That's how it's gonna be. Like you remember a nightmare. We literally like gonna wake up from it when we get beamed up. Yahweh Shai willing to be part of that number, man.
Right.
Like, damn, shit, man, that was crazy.
Right.
Keep going.
The eye also which saw him shall see him no more.
Keep going.
Neither shall his place any more behold him.
Yeah, his land. He ain't gonna be dwelling upon the land anymore, man. It tells you that in Isaiah the 14th chapter. Keep going.
It says, his children shall seek to please the poor.
And that's what he's doing now. Oh man, those were my forefathers that did that. I didn't do that. Keep going.
His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods.
Yeah, his hands shall restore their goods. All the gold, the silver, the precious stones that you elites have stolen from us, you're going to restore that to us, man. We're going to get that back. All right? Keep going.
It says his bones are full of the sins of his youth.
Yeah, so that wickedness that he's had pretty much since he was made, it's still in him, man.
Right.
Okay, that same wickedness he had in him when he was Cain, when he was a serpent,
right.
It's still in him, man.
Right.
And he never really got judged for the things that he did down here on the earth, man. Cain didn't pay for what he did to Abel. He didn't get put to death. Okay? He's been on the loose ever since then, man.
They got even worse when you go down the line with Lamech. They just start killing and slaying people and just singing about it, man. And see, what happened is he put that term white on himself in 1681. And pretty much that allowed him, through that psychological mind fuck, that allowed him up until this point to really pretty much not even get called out.
Yeah.
Because when you think white, you think, oh shit, they're innocent. That's why like R. Kelly was on the news and everybody lost their mind, The whole world had an opinion But with the Catholic priest raping children, people are just like, oh, they always been doing that. Why? Because that term white is placed upon the people who do that the most, man. So people are basically programmed to anything that Esau, the so-called white man, does, they sweep it under the rug. It's not really something that needs to be discussed. You can't call them thugs. Now, you can call a nigga with a gun a thug, but a guy bombing, all right, whole countries with airplanes, he's not a thug. So basically what so-called Negroes do in the hood, you so-called white people do
all over the earth.
So you hate yourself because you complain about niggas selling drugs and all of this, but look at the psych med industry. Who runs the psych med industry? Since you want to talk about drug dealers, who runs that medical industry? When you do your due diligence, you're gonna find out that it's not people of color, it's the so-called white man. Okay? He's the one who runs that, but then he gets on his news and talks about drug dealers in the hood, which we're not with that, they're wicked too. You know, but come on now, let's, on a larger scale, who does these things? You know?
She was responsible for opium going to China.
Right.
Selling opium to them. And then I forget the name of the family, but they came up off of that, man. And they still have their wealth unto this day from selling opium to the Chinese, man. Drug money.
Drug money, right.
So the government, they should seize his assets, man.
Right. But he's not a thug. Donald Trump's not a thug.
Yeah.
When you look at him like you like royalty, but then you'll see us and be like, oh, these grimy niggas, man. But Donald Trump's cool. He's the man. He can go into the club and get all of you women, man. But we go in there, what is this nigga, you know? But the times are changing now. Now people are starting to look at the so-called white man in his true, with a true sense of like, damn, you know, they're not right.
You can't negotiate with, Kim Jong-un, he figured that out, man.
Right.
He's like, nah, I ain't negotiating with you, man. I ain't getting rid of my nukes. I already know what you're gonna do.
Right.
I get rid of them, I'm gonna end up like Libya.
Right.
You know? So look, we'll do this, we'll destroy a nuclear facility that we don't use no more. Okay, and then we'll start negotiating with you further, man.
Right.
We ain't giving our nukes up. This man's the devil, and all these other nations, they're waking up to that fact, man.
Right.
And the reason why it's happening is because the prophets of the Lord are on the scene, man.
Right.
Okay, we call this damn devil out.
Right.
Which in turn is sparking the spirit in these other nations to look at this damn devil some kind of way, man.
Right.
Which they already knew it, but now that the spirit of the Lord is going out exposing this man, which is causing these other nations to get stirred up.
Yep.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not...
Start at 1.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Keep going.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
And the vision is talking about the prophecies. Keep going.
That he may run that readeth it.
Keep going.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah, the vision is yet for an appointed time. Okay? The red Hebrew Edomite being exposed, that was for an appointed time, man. Now he's being revealed as being an Edomite, man. Keep going.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Keep going.
Though it tarry, wait for it. Because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Keep going.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
And that's talking about the so-called white man. His soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. He's not a righteous people, man. He doesn't have an ounce of righteousness inside of him. Everything that he does is wicked, man. Okay? Keep going.
It says, but the just shall live by his faith.
Keep going.
They also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, and that wine is talking about his philosophies, man. So he literally believes his own bullshit, man.
Oh yeah.
The theory of evolution.
Right.
It's still a theory. He teaches it in schools like it's fact, man.
It's in your school books.
Yeah.
And you people who say you believe in the Bible, you believe in that stuff that he be saying, man. That you come from monkeys and all this bullshit. But then you'll say I'm a Christian. That's why your spiritual state is all off balance. Okay, and once you like that mentally, spiritually, you can be conquered. You can be told any goddamn thing, but you don't have a standard to go to say, well, nah, that ain't right.
Yep.
You see?
even have this on his
says, yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, he's a proud man. Okay, his philosophies lift him up and puffs him up, man. Because when you go into that evolution, all right, that bullshit theory of evolution, he'll tell you that we came from apes, all right. But you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you the missing link. And then I'm the end product. I'm the top nation on the earth. I'm the last of the evolved species. I'm better than everybody else, man. You know?
That's what Darwin's theory was really all about. And when you look at the title of his book, it's the study of the well-favored species. Well, who was the well-favored species in this book?
So-called white man.
Him.
It's him. You know? So I'm favored by evolution. You know? I'm favored by God. Look, see, I'm Jesus.
Right.
I'm the people of the Lord.
Right. Then he makes up some bullshit studies. All right, and then it becomes science.
Yeah.
It becomes fact. You can't argue with science.
Well, the migration, the theory that he got that people get lighter as they move up.
Right.
You know. See, we all came out of Africa. We were dark. But then, see, I came out and I went into Europe, and then I became light. See, I'm the master race.
Right.
You know.
I was looking at one. The Edomite said blacks aren't good swimmers because they're natural sinkers. Natural sinker. I was like, wow. But this is how they look at you. When they talk about they have a high IQ, which they don't.
Yeah.
You ask the average so-called white person what does IQ mean, and they don't know. And those tests were used to basically exterminate people, sterilize them, and X them out because they're basically bad weeds. So you'll have a test called an IQ test, and you'll ask people some shit that they have never been exposed to. And then because they don't know it, and then vocabulary, that's how it gets a lot of people too. You know, because people don't look up words. So if you don't know these words, basically, you should die.
Yeah.
So my IQ is this high and yours is here. So, and that's science.
Yeah.
That's just some bullshit he pulled out his ass, man.
Yeah.
It's not true. Taking some goddamn test does not determine how wise you are. The fear of the Lord determines how wise you are.
That's right. He has no fear of the Heavenly Father at all, man. He's the dumbest nation on earth. What the scriptures tell you, he's the children of fool and the children of base men. All right? Only a fool would establish homosexuality as being a standard for a society, man.
Right. And then force it on children.
Yeah.
What type of shit is that? Here it is, gay, the homosexual agenda is in your classrooms and your children, and you people don't have nothing to say. It happened right under your nose. And you don't have a goddamn thing to say. But you'll walk by us like you're some high morale, you know, important human being, man. A lot of you people really shouldn't even talk, man.
Yeah.
'Cause everybody don't need rights, man.
It's Jake.
Opioids, by the way.
Yeah, he on the order.
He gotta get on opioids to actually be able to do that. He's in pain. There's an article that came out, you know.
He'd be good in the kingdom. See, even in all the hell he catching, he's still in a more jovial spirit than the Edomite.
He's bringing more to the earth than Esau.
More not to divide.
Yeah.
He has benefits.
Right.
He's happy because he has benefits. According to Esau, we don't have benefits. That's what we're mad. Fucking devil.
I ain't got my welfare check in like 13 years, man. So I'm hot.
But the so-called Jews not a welfare baby.
Oh, you can't say that. You're gonna go to jail now. Or they're gonna ban our channel. Can't speak on the so-called Jew. Here, biggest welfare baby. That got all the flags in the world on it. Got all the flags in the world. All the women. Yeah, here this guy is. He's passing away. Florida, he's passing that bill. But that's supposed to be for schools. Kindergarten through 8th grade or whatever. But remember at school, I remember when I went to school, they brought in a bug out. Yeah. They brought in a bug out to tell you about the Holocaust. Yeah. And all they show you, and all they're showing you is so-called Jew fiction, all up on the TV, propaganda. That shit never happened. But yet, what was the lesson on the genocide and destruction of North American India?
Like 2 pages. Well, even out here, they don't even really go into it. And it was bad throughout the whole country, but out here it was bad, man.
Worse.
Esau fucked Gad up out here, man. Having the scalping going on, the vagrancy laws. You know, you could literally just see a Native American, he chilling. You could grab him up and put him in slavery, man.
Well, the woman. You could just go and rape her, man. And that's what's happening. And if you're an American Indian, you couldn't testify against them.
Of course.
Especially you couldn't testify. So how are you gonna ever get an Edomite to put to jail for raping your woman?
Yep. Which that essentially made it legal for the red Hebrew Edomites to enslave you, man. Because the law was you can't take a so-called Native American from the village. If they're living in their villages, you can't touch them. You know, you can't grab them up and then say that the vagrancy law applies to them because they're in their own land. But they can't testify in court. So how can he even say, look, I wasn't chilling right here. I was in the village chilling, man. With my people, he fucking grabbed me up, man. Oh, you can't testify. Your testimony is not admissible in court, man.
And then how could you be able to testify? Well, you had to be an Edomite. You had to be a so-called white man. Is that not racism? Is that not hatred? And then so-called black men, same exact thing. You couldn't testify, right? Or you would be able to, but they would what? They would intimidate you. They'd go show up on your house, burn a cross, lynch you. Here it is. You're ready to go to trial, right? You're ready to testify. But what do? The sheriff would just give the key to Esau with the hoods on to go and just lynch you. And the mayor would actually make it a holiday. Hey, days off for the kids. They have more trains running through the city so they can see the lynching. Yet this white man, that if we talk about the history, we're anti-racist. I mean that's reverse racism because we're speaking on it.
Yeah, you reversing, like somebody got you in a lock, in a chokehold, and you try to reverse it, and that's wrong. Well, damn, I'm just trying to reverse the bullshit that
You're not even reversing. You got out the chokehold, and you're talking about the chokehold.
Right.
And this guy had me in a chokehold.
Right.
You didn't do nothing about it. You're just talking about it. Yeah, he had me in a chokehold. He tried to kill me. Yeah, out of hatred.
Yeah.
He tried to do it out of hatred, no other reason.
Right.
And he wanted my house.
Right.
He wanted to rape my woman. He wanted my children to be his, to split up my family.
Right.
Like the white man never stopped. He never stopped splitting the family. Here it is. They're mad. They're mad at Trump for splitting the families at the border. They're splitting the family right here in San Francisco, Santa Clara County. Have you heard of this thing called CPS, the Family Court and Justice System? They're splitting the family up right now as we speak. Israelite families. Oh, it's a Democrat-Republican thing. Nah, man, it's the Edomites are the devil the Bible speaks of.
They're giving them to homosexual couples.
Yep.
And they'll split the family up, and then they'll give it to the homosexual couple. And what do you think is going to happen to that child?
Oh yeah.
They actually say it's better for them to be in a household like that, and that your child, if they grow up under a household that way, that they, instead of picking a gender, they're just going to be neutral. They ain't gonna say they're a girl or a boy.
Then you got Charlize Theron. She's an actress, a top actress. She got 2 adopted Jake kids, and one of them is a boy that decided to be a girl at 3 years old.
She forced that upon him.
She's saying he chose it.
Yeah, he don't like that shit.
And then she's saying people aren't supporting her enough for it. What the hell? It's not even your damn kid. And I wonder why the kid thinks that. It's been abused, man. It's been ran through.
Well, they have videos of him. He be ripping that shit off. You know, he don't want to wear that shit. She forced that shit upon him.
Go ahead, bro. Habakkuk 2 and 5, yay.
And this is the capital, this is the epicenter of all that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, this is one of those 5 cities.
Yep. Oh, that's the spirit. This is actually Sodom, okay? Oakland's probably Gomorrah, and the 5 cities is all around it, man. Here in the Bay Area, reincarnated. Can we get that? They declare our city Sodom. Keep going, Bob Shop.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Yeah, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. The so-called white man, he's everywhere, all over the place, claiming it as his own. Oh yeah, see, I was here first. This is my land. Oh, he's gonna police the seas like he owns the seas. And you can't go whaling here, just so he can whale. You can't fish here, just so he can overfish and kill the animal. The whales, they're dying, they're beaching themselves dead. And what's the problem? They're all malnourished. Why is that? Because in the deep, Esau, he doesn't patrol the deep seas. So Esau just overfishes everything, man. You ain't supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, certain they gotta be there. A lot of certain fish have to be in certain parts of the water for the pH balance, man. So basically, a lot of these fish are being smothered to death, and they're just basically like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna beach myself, man.
And then the fish, they're eating nothing but microplastics. Okay, petroleum-based products, microplastics. They're eating that, and then the whole food chain is destroyed now. Because everybody's having plastics. So that they're eating the thing that eat the plastics, so now they ain't got plastics. And this white man's not the devil? Keep going.
It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell. So-called white man, you enlarge your desire as hell, as the grave, as the pit. That's why everywhere you go, it's nothing but death, destruction, okay, and evil and wickedness. All throughout the four corners of the earth. Even in outer space. Okay, you taking ships out there doing Lord knows what on the International Space Station. Imagining and just doing mischief and wickedness.
Right, well they sent animals, like to space.
The monkeys.
Yeah, they sent monkeys, certain lizards.
Yep. Just to watch them die.
Well, just to see how long would it take them to die.
Is its head gonna explode?
Yeah, right. And then the animal or the species would die, and that's a study, that's science. You know? This man is just full of wickedness, man. Hey, read what you got, brother.
Hey, no.
Read what you got.
Is Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
Yeah, they declare their sin as Sodom. This is San Francisco. All right. What is this? What is this? April, about to be May, June. They're gonna have rainbow flags here. Then shut down the whole strip. It's gonna be just crawling with freaks. It already is. But then they're gonna have their day. They're gonna have their time. A whole month. Keep going.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul.
They hide it not. Woe to their soul. Start from the top again.
Is Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
That's right. They declare their sin as Sodom. You look at them. Every time you put your head back up, you see some wickedness out here. Keep going.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul.
Yeah, woe unto their soul, destruction into them. And that's what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. It was destroyed by fire and brimstone.
Right. Well, they're teaching LGBT rights in school. They should start with that story.
Exactly. They should start with that. They should do Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii. Oh, they should go into Alexander the Greek, Alexander the Freak. See how he dropped dead? Why? He was a homosexual. Okay, keep going.
For they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Yeah, you reward evil unto yourselves when you go against the law, statutes, and commandments. You commit adultery, or you eat pork. You're putting evil upon yourself. You're being a homosexual. You're being a lesbian. All you're gonna do is reward what? Judgments and destruction. That's why the highest rate of AIDS and all these other things are people who do unlawful sex, wicked sex acts. All right? And the spirit has it here in America. That's all they're doing, man. Especially right now. This is Ishtar weekend, right? Ishtar is what? The goddess of fertility. Meaning you're supposed to go on and have orgies. That's what they do. This is what this time is about, man. Yep. 420, just they're getting high, they're smoking weed, and they're supposed to have a big orgy. That's what it actually goes back to. Why do you think they have a rabbit? A rabbit that lays eggs. What do rabbits represent? Right. They're fucking like what? Rabbits. Right, yeah. Rabbits don't stop. Sex, yeah. They